And the days go by, I can feel them flying like the hand out the window as the cars go by. Yeah, it's all we've been given, so you better start living right now. This song, The Days Go By, written by Keith Urban, is just one of his songs that references being in cars, but it also represents how fast time goes and that life is meant for living. So if you haven't started already, you better start right now. Take a look at Keith Urban's life and see how he has lived his so far. Keith Urban is an inspiration. He is an inspiration because he overcame stage fright, he overcame addiction, and he overcame heartbreak. First, I'm going to tell you how he overcame stage fright. According to Elizabeth Leonard of People, November 2007, Urban's parents joined a social club when he was 8 years old, and he was able to perform every 2 weeks. This shows that he was not necessarily afraid to be on stage, and if he was, he overcame it at a very early age in life. Overcoming stage fright so early in life gave him the advantage to be able to perform anywhere at any time. This helped his career immensely because he was able to get himself out there. Author Tom Rowland of Billboard, November 2010, talks about Urban performing in many different places. Keith Urban travels from coast to coast in the United States performing, but also travels across seas to places such as Japan and China, and also his home country, Australia. Being able to perform in such diverse cultures shows that Keith Urban is a true inspiration in how he overcame stage fright and how he was able to perform in many different atmospheres. Now that I've just told you how Keith Urban overcame stage fright, I will tell you how he overcame addiction. According to Karen Snyder of People, November 2006, on October 19, 2006, Urban stunned even those close to him by admitting himself into rehab. Keith Urban was suffering from alcohol abuse and was ready to free himself from this pain. This was not his first time entering rehab, though. His first time was back in 1998 when he was addicted to cocaine. According to Elizabeth Leonard of People, November 2007, Urban says, "Life is about crossroads. You either choose life or you go the other way. It's not a matter of all the intricate stuff in between, it's just life or no life." After Urban saw the light, he was able to recover from alcohol abuse in 9 months. After that, he was a much better person, and his marriage with Nicole Kidman was better than ever. Now I've just told you how Keith Urban overcame addiction. I will now tell you how he overcame heartbreak. Keith Urban has had a few women in his life. His first was a veterinarian who he proposed to, but they ended up parting ways. His second was a supermodel who was more of an on-again, off-again kind of girlfriend, and they dated for about 2 years. His third was his one true love, Nicole Kidman, another Australian. They have now been married for about 6 years and are happy as ever. After Nicole was able to stand by his side for his whole recovery process, they were able to start new again. Along with Nicole's 2 kids with previous husband Tom Cruise, Keith and Nicole now have 2 kids together. I just told you how Keith Urban overcame heartbreak. When I was in Milwaukee for my dad's annual meeting, I was able to stand front row, touching the stage at Keith Urban's concert. I had the time of my life and was actually able to touch him. Now, this wasn't just a brief touching, it was him kneeling in front of me, practically singing to me touching. I was able to touch his biceps, his legs, his boots, and even his light-up guitar. Now, my secret has always been to marry him, but you know that's really impossible. But a girl can dream, right? Keith Urban is a true inspiration. He is an inspiration because he overcame stage fright, he overcame addiction, and he overcame heartbreak. Now, take a look at your life and decide what problems of yours you want to overcome to make your life a better one to live.